Father, in the name of Jesus, thank you for the day. Bless the best day ever. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
We seek you, Jesus. We seek your face, Lord. Mercy. Put your shoes on. You want a banana?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
What happened to your banana?
Mommy took it.
Why'd she take it?
Because it's covered in dirt.
What happened to it?
If I want to see and it was sitting on it.
I'm sorry.
Oftentimes we struggle telling people how we really are, because nowadays when people say, "How are you?" you instantly say, "I'm fine," especially when you don't want to go into detail about how you really are. Sometimes we gotta be honest with ourselves and say, we're not fine. We have gotten into a rhythm of wanting to be perfect. Let's just be real, as moms, right? If you're watching and you're a mother, we get so comfortable with wanting to be perfect, to have this perfect facade that everything is peachy in my world, when in reality we're pulling our hair out in the bathroom, or we're crying our eyes out in the bathroom because our kids were just horrible that day and we don't know how to contain our children or contain whatever's going on, or we don't know how to show our emotions or talk to someone about how we're doing mentally because we're so embarrassed. Because in today's society, being embarrassed and feeling embarrassed is the worst. I mean, you don't want people to judge you, right? Or you don't want people to talk bad about you, so you tell your friend, "Oh, I'm not doing good," and they go and tell Susie. You know, Theana's not doing good, and then it's the talk of the town, right? That's in our mind. That's how we feel. That's how we feel people will perceive us when we say we're not doing good. It truly shouldn't be that way, but it is that way. So I am going to share something that I have never shared before with you guys, because every time you guys ask me, "How are you doing?" I say, "I'm fine." In reality, sometimes when you ask me how I was doing, I was not fine. And now I'm comfortable sharing that. So, back in 2016, I gave birth to a beautiful little baby girl. December 2016. She was just the most beautiful little girl, and I was happy. I was happy all the way up until I held her and she came out. I was not happy anymore. I was numb. I was depressed. I was anxious. I was feeling all the feels that mamas get when they suffer from postpartum depression. I was diagnosed with postpartum depression. I didn't want to tell anybody because I was so embarrassed. So I smiled and I laughed and I tried to fake it till I make it. But some of those days I couldn't fake it till I made it. I had to be real with myself. I had to find help. I had to seek people. I had to get a counselor. I had to get a therapist. I had to get a psychiatrist. All of those things, because I wasn't good. But I wanted to be good because I didn't want people to think that I wasn't a good mother. I didn't want people to think that I was just this horrible mother and I don't love my daughter, because I didn't know how to love her. It's crazy. I'm trying not to get emotional here. I tried for months to love her and to connect with her and to do everything in my power to be the best mom that I can be, while consuming anxiety and depression because I couldn't feel love. I couldn't feel myself loving her. I would beat myself up night and day, cry night and day because I felt like I'm failing her and I'm continuing this generational curse that was on me. And I was so embarrassed. I went through that whole almost a year suffering, talking to my friends, talking to psychiatrists. I even took CBD oil and it helped me. But I needed to be out of that position. Not knowing we were going to get pregnant again, I think God was just like, okay, you need it. I know what you need. So he blessed us with another baby. Well, when I got pregnant, that went away. It all went away. And I felt at that moment sad. Sad that I'm having another baby and I didn't even feel connected to the one I've already had. After Abraham was born, a sweet little butterball, after he was born, I felt better. And I felt like I could do this, right? And I went through 8 months of his life with Avia, loving Avia more, loving Abraham, enjoying it. And then guess what? Got pregnant again. Y'all, my husband needs to stay off of me. Got pregnant again. But after Abraham, I knew that he wasn't going to be my last baby because I knew I wanted another child. But I didn't want them right away, right? So after Abraham, I was pregnant with Anayo at 8 months, 8 months of his life. After Anayo, I felt like, wow, God, thank you. I feel happy again. I feel whole again. I feel like this is what I was supposed to have, right? And then February, boom, I felt bad, y'all. Bad. If you talked to me in February and you were like, hey, how are you? And I said, fine, I was lying. Yes, I was stuck in the house because I had a brand new baby, but I wasn't doing good. My husband knew, and my close friend, Kiki, I would talk to her about it, but I wasn't doing good again. And so at that very moment, guys, I felt like I'm doing bad again and I'm horrible and I really need help. At that moment, I felt like I can't fail 3 kids because 3 kids is a lot. And it wasn't because they were a lot on me. It was because somewhere in my mind or in my brain, something is just all messed up, right? That's just how we get. It gets all messed up. Anxiety, depression, all that stuff that it's just the yuckies. It was back. And so at that moment when I felt like this is it, I knew I had to be smarter than what I was being. So yes, I was good. And then I got bad again. So I sought help. I said to my strength, I can't do this anymore. I'm having a really difficult time. And I want to be the best mom that I could be. And I beat myself up over the smallest things, which was driving me insane, guys. It was driving me to the point that I just was depressed and anxious and stressed and everything. All because we want to be perfect. We want to be perfect. I remember talking to my friend Erica, and no, this is not an ad. This is not me trying to sell anything. I'm just going to share with you what I started doing. So before that, I was taking CBD oil and it was helping, but it wasn't helping me. It was just enabling. Like I feel like it was helping a little bit, but it wasn't something substantial. Like it wasn't a long-term thing. It was like I had to take it every day in order to be in a good mood. I'd take it a couple times a day. Well, I reached out to my friend Erica who sells Plexus. And I just told her, I'm struggling. And at this point, I'm going to either have to get on medication or I'm going to need to try what you've used. And she told me, I have a supplement that helps with gut health because gut health is important. If your gut health is all yucky, then I mean, your mood is yucky, right? And so I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. I gave it a shot. It did make my stomach real sick at the beginning, but I gave it a shot and I kept trying. Right now I'm on my 3rd bottle, almost 4th bottle. I just bought my 4th bottle, and it has definitely healed my, like, it helped my gut health, which it then healed me. Like, I feel way better than I ever felt, even before Avia, even before Abraham and Anayo. I feel so much better than I've ever felt. I'm gonna get the bottle. This is the bottle right here that I've been using. It has definitely created change in my mind and in my mood. I feel like I'm happier. I feel like I'm more, I am not very anxious all the time. I've had quite a bit of a lot of things that have happened in the past months, and I have definitely handled it well, and it all came natural. It's like this is me now. I am a happy, I feel blessed, and I feel mentally stable at this point. So if you ask me, how are you, Theana? How are you? I would say, I am doing well. I am doing so well. I'm blessed more than I deserve. This has been a miracle in my life, so I want to share what's helped me. Now that I know a lot of my mental wellness or mental instability was projected from, you know, my gut health and the things that you consume into your body. I now know how to help myself, and that's simply by changing my eating habits and by making sure my gut health is healthy. We're not going to be perfect. We're not perfect. We're not going to have all of our ducks in a row or all of our T's crossed. It's just the way it is, especially as a mom. But you got to be willing to receive help, or you got to be willing to admit, I'm not perfect, but I can use a shoulder to cry on. I'm not perfect, but I can use a couple prayers. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I'm gonna go wake up my babies now so I can spend some time with them. I'll see you guys in the next video.
There's a spider on here. There's a spider on Nayo.